Sugar apple, scientifically identified as Annona squamosa, stands today as one of the most culturally sustained tropical fruits in the world, yet unlike mango or banana, it has carried a slower and more ethnobotanically rooted adoption curve. Its evolutionary arc aligns with human migration, maritime trade, localized farming adaptations and deep spiritual value across regions that held fruit cultivation as cultural expression instead of commodity. Sugar apple is considered part of the Annonaceae botanical lineage, a family that includes soursop, Annona muricata, cherimoya, Annona cherimola, and atamoya, which represents a hybridization. Unlike its relatives, the sugar apple separates naturally into pulpy cell-like segments which result from independent carpel development. Each segment encloses a glossy black seed, forming the recognizable conical modules that open with minimal resistance. The origins of sugar apple begin in Mesoamerican agricultural systems. Pre-Columbian plant stewardship involved selective cultivation for sweetness, reduced seed load and minimal fiber content. These characteristics made sugar apple a desirable trade item. Indigenous water vessels and dried pulp transportation documented in archaeological research demonstrate that sugar apple already held commercial value long before European arrival. With Spanish navigation in the late 15th and early 16th centuries, sugar apple crossed to the Caribbean archipelago, into Brazil, then to West Africa and across the Indian Ocean corridor. By the 1600s, Portuguese shipping activity positioned sugar apple into Goa, Bengal, Malacca and later southern Vietnam. Its growth was particularly successful due to compatibility with monsoon climate patterns, heat resilience, shallow root adaptability and ability to bear fruit rapidly in poor soil. Sugar apple is biologically distinguished by its pollination structure. Unlike mainstream fruit trees, sugar apple primarily relies on nitidulid beetles, known for pollen transfer inside the flower at the female stage. Manual pollination has been industrialized, especially in Southeast Asia, because natural beetle density cannot meet agricultural demand. Artificial pollination increases fruit yield by nearly double in high-demand orchard operations. Sugar apple pulp exhibits naturally high sucrose perception with comparatively low absolute sugar content. This phenomenon is attributed to volatile aromatic ester compounds that stimulate sweetness response neurologically. When pulp is crushed, enzymatic activation within the walls releases aromatic aldehydes which intensify perceived sweetness compared to chemical measurement. From a nutritional viewpoint, sugar apple offers concentrated mineral content. The fruit provides calcium values rarely approached by typical tropical fruits eaten fresh. The pulp displays modest levels of iron, magnesium, riboflavin and a fiber pattern particularly supportive for digestion. Its polysaccharide composition creates a soft, custard-like texture due to irregular pectin distribution. Sugar apple is not just food, it is medical heritage. In traditional Afro-Caribbean and Southeast Asian medicinal systems, sugar apple leaves were infused for respiratory stress. Seed paste mixed with carrier oils historically played a role in parasite treatment, though modern toxicology warns against improper handling due to potent alkaloids. The fruit's rind has been dried, pulverized and applied to topical fungal irritations historically, although modern clinical confirmation is still limited. Agronomically, sugar apple has become economically relevant. Over time, breeding programs developed low-seed and firm pulp cultivars, ideal for packaging and international shipping. Historically, sugar apple had commercial barriers due to fragile pulp architecture that collapses under prolonged compression. New harvest handling now uses non-abrasive cradle-style crates that keep fruit unbruised, enabling small export markets. From a global perspective, sugar apple more than a fruit, it is an identity marker. Certain regions in India reserve sugar apple consumption specifically for festival periods. In Thai market tradition, its presence signals monsoon season continuity. In Brazil, the fruit aligns with household-scale cultivation, where backyard orchards hold symbolic ownership. In Caribbean narratives, the fruit represents generational continuity due to its presence in small-scale agriculture long before industrialization. Modern biochemical studies examine seed oils of sugar apple. Extractable oils contain annonaceous acetogenins, compounds investigated for laboratory cytotoxicity modeling. Industrial-grade extraction has shown potential bioactivity, though strict toxicity barriers remain. Today, sugar apple is entering its global renaissance. Culinary innovation positions it into desserts, custard infusions, tropical bowl bases, fermented beverage experiments and ice cream formulations. Its creamy component carries thickening behavior ideal for cold desserts. Commercial ice cream companies have begun adapting sugar apple pulp as an alternative to dairy stabilizers, thanks to naturally occurring pectic resilience. Sugar apple now sits on the intersection of tradition, scientific study, cultural meaning and modern food engineering. Its sweetness is symbolic, but its longevity is scientific. What appears as naive simplicity holds complex genetic narrative, international movement and centuries of cultural integration. Sugar apple is not simply consumed, it is inherited.